Hey guys, I want to do a really quick video today about how to make a form in a React app and get the information out of a form here. So I have this React app from here. It does have some other things in here, but it's a very basic React app. Really nothing's kind of going on at all here. So the first thing I'm going to do here is let's go ahead and make a form, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and give myself a little bit of space here. And let's go ahead and start to type this out here. So I'm going to say form. I'm going to open that up here, and let's go ahead and make a like an H1 just for like a title. I'm going to say something like, "This is a form." And if you're not familiar with the idea of HTML forms, definitely check it out here. It's a pretty basic element within HTML building blocks and web development. And this is a spot where somebody would insert some information. Maybe it's a contact us form, or maybe it's a user trying to sign up for a website, different things like that. Very basic. Now beneath this here, I'm going to make a label. I'll say something like, enter your name. Again, very basic just for demonstration purposes. And let's make an input. So I'm going to say input. Now for this input here, you don't have to do it like this here. You could also do input like that. You know, sometimes people like to do that. It's all the same here. For the type, I'm going to put text here. Type, whoops, I'm all over the place. Text. And close it off here. The ID is going to be, we'll say name. The name is going to be name. So the name of this input is name, like a user's name here. We can have a placeholder if we want to, and we'll say like enter your name. And I guess if you have a placeholder, you probably don't need a label, but it's still nice to have it. Enter your name, and then I think that's it here. And we'll also mark this as required. Why not there? Now beneath this here, let's go ahead and set up a button. So I'm going to say button, and we're going to say submit. Pretty simple from there. Then I'm going to highlight everything, Control K and Control F just to format that and make sure it looks really nice and good to go. So this is all the markup stuff from here. I'll tell you what, I'm going to put this on a new line here. And I'll probably say, you know, break line. Just to make that look a little bit better there. And I probably don't need this H1 here. And what I'll also probably do here, just for my brain so it doesn't explode here, well, I'm going to say style, and we'll say something like text align, and we'll put that as center. I'm sorry, it shouldn't be equal sign. That should be a colon. Cool. And that's looking good from there. Well, not good, but better than before. And I'll do one more here. I'll do a break line beneath this input. Oops. There we go. Cool. Better than before here, and I'll even get rid of this hello. So this whole thing is a form right from there, right? I can put in different information. I can access different things about this form. I could add more to it. I could have a name, a phone number, and I don't know, contact method, and email address, different things like that here. Now what I'm going to do above this from here is I'm going to make a new function here. I'm going to say const. Let's call this, I don't know, let's say get information. Set that up like an arrow function. Cool, just like that there. And sorry, I did that wrong, didn't I? Cool. And then what we're going to do from here is the first thing I want to do here is I want to set up this function to run when we submit the form. So let's just say something like console.log, and let's say something like form submitted. And we can put a semicolon right there. Cool. Now on the form from here, I'm going to type out on submit, submit. And so this function is going to run when we submit this form, okay? I'm going to say get. Let's do like this here. Let's set this up as an anonymous function. And we'll say get information. And let's put E right there. And the reason why I'm doing E here is so that the page doesn't reload here. Let's say E dot prevent default. Cool. Again, Control K, Control F, just to format that a little bit better from there. So now we have this function running when we submit this form, okay? And with modern web browsers from here, and actually I think even old web browsers, if I hit enter on this form here, bring that over a little bit there, that should run. So I type in ASDF here, I hit enter, and that's a form submitted, right? Just like we would expect it to. Now the issue now is this button. Actually, that button did work here. What I can also do here, actually, I'm second guessing it now. Maybe it's not super necessary, but let's also make sure the button isn't on submit. Submit. I'll say get information. Just go ahead and copy that right there. And then E from there. So now this button works the same as above from there. All right. So that's all for the form, right? That's all the setup work from here. So how do I get this information? Like, how would I get access to this field here within this function from there? So what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to say const form data. So form data is the name here. We're going to say new form data. I'm going to give this an argument from here. So I'm making a new variable of type form data right there. Now we can set this up with some basic information from here. Let's just make this simple here. We're going to say e.target. So when this function runs here, e has a lot of different information living on it. The target is the information we want to access. Okay. Now beneath this here, I'm going to say const form props, and there's going to be object dot form entries right there, and we're looking for form data. Cool. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this console.log here, and let's just say console. Actually, I probably don't need to remove the whole thing here, but that's okay. We'll say form props. Now we should have an object coming back here, which is only going to have one property living on it here, but if I have more inputs, it would have each thing living on this object from here. And we'll show a little more in a second, okay? But again, the main idea is that we have form data of a new form data type from there, and we're extracting the target from E, and then we're extracting the form props from form data. So if I move this off to the side now, and let's go and refresh this page here, that's why we have a clean console, even though we could just do it clear, but that's okay. And I'd type in my name, I hit submit, and then we have my name right from there. And we notice this name comes from, oops, where we set this up before here, right? Boom. Now if I have more information living on there, like if I had another spot here, I'll tell you what, let's just do it like that. And we had something like enter your email. It changes to be email. Email like that here. Now we have refresh. We have name. And then we also have email there too. And I hit submit. Now we have a name and we have email right there too. So we have more things that we can access within this form, okay? And I'll tell you what here, just because it's annoying me now, we can actually change this from type text to type email. Save. And that's going to basically force me to make a email and not just type in gibberish. It's going to say, hey, it needs to be an @ so @gmail.com. Submit. So that's how we can get information from an input, or from a form, I should say, or I guess from an input too there. Kind of the same thing in this video. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to give me a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe. And I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you guys learned something, and I will see you guys soon.